Whatever works for you.
Is there any packages that you like to utilize specifically?
Yes, the Stephen Curry size up is a very good move. I think that one's the best.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And the Kings preparing for this. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Bogdanovic.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Davis. Bogdanovic is out there with Lowry. Then there's Oubre, and it's McGee in at the 4. Clint Capella is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Howard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Murray in at the point.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Now, here's Lowry, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Davis dishes to Bogdanovic. That's tipped. AT that time from Leonard. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Now, here's Capella. After the Marc Gasol miss. Shoots from 14. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And it's Davis with the ball for the Sacramento Kings.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Here's Leonard. After the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Pulls up on the elbow. Leonard with the bucket.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Now here is Davis. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the rebound goes to Howard.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Here's Capella. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Lowry. Looking at his numbers right now, averaging 27 points a game. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about
the time
going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Now Bogdanovic after the missed 3 from Marc Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range. Gone 2 of 6 from the field. Leonard inside. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And it's blocked. Outside for Lowry. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Murray. Fires for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Got a hand on it, but he recovers it. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's McGee with the jam.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 18 points in their last win again.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Murray. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Shot clock at 2. Here's Leonard.
Bogdanovich pretty good at making some things tough for his man. Very active on the defensive end.
The shot, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The home team, they're up by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
We've got Murray. Howard is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Leonard in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Capella. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Kings trailing. And for Sacramento, Lowry out there with Bogdanovich. And there's JaVale McGee. And there's Davis. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Oubre's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
They've got Clint Capella. DeJounte Murray is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Howard in at the center position. Now here's Murray. Back to Gasol. Pass to Capella. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
On the court right now for the Kings, Bogdanovich is out there with Lowry. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Davis in at the 5.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
A wide open look for Gasol. A 3-pointer off the mark. Murray surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Leonard against Bogdanovich. Leonard, no luck.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here is Lowry. McGee, the pass to Davis. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
That one good for 2. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Murray against Lowry. And Capella sends it back. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. .121 left now here in the second. 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Murray outside. Passes it to Howard. 4 on the shot clock. Over Lowry. Howard can't hit.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Oubre kicks to Lowry. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. No good on the wing 3.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Leonard. McGee with the block.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Lowry from outside. And so it's the home team with their lead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, so far,
Is that about wrapped?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And about 26% out there, they need to get a better look. They've got Marc Gasol. Clint Capella is out there with Howard. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Leonard in at the shooting guard position. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And for the Kings, Kelly Oubre out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. With the floater, count that bucket. Lowry's got 5 points so far. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And
Tough
all of
to
those guys,
defend, right? I mean,
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Rebound by the Kings. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Leonard with the steal, and here comes Leonard leading the fast break, and Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Davis.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Bogdanovich passes to Davis. Kicks to Oubre. Three-pointer. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
So big for this offense and crucial that Oubre can continue to knock it down from there. Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Friday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard.
And even though this team hasn't had trouble finding wins of late, it's always a boost when you get to head back for a homestand. Nothing quite beats sleeping in your own bed.
Lowry kicks to Bogdanovich. Davis against Howard. Pass to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Tipped away. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got it. The fast break chance. Here's McGee. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Murray outside. Here's Leonard. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. The home team, they're up by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Howard is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Murray. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gasol and at the small forward. Pass to Bogdanovich. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Clock at 6. Here's Howard, and that one swishes right in.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Pass to Davis. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Leonard with the bucket.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Davis, and it's sent back by Howard.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Good on the shot. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now Lowry. Now the pass to Davis. Goes up on the block. Bucket is good.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. Leonard looking over the floor. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Howard. Yes, that goes in.
Hard for the defense to deal with the massive size of Howard. That kind of D does not affect a big guy like him in the slightest.
Pass to Davis. Over Howard. And it's sent back by Howard. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Leonard, the step back jumper is good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Lowry passes to Davis. McGee trying to break free. And it's Davis missing. And here we go. Here's Gasol, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And you know, when he came into the league, Gasol's weakness was thought to be defense, but now one of the NBA's premier post defenders.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Waiters dishes to Carroll, and it's in there.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside?
Beverly against Waiters. Beverly with the ball. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...